You're recording?
Yep.
All right, so we just finished hunting for the day. We're up here on the ridge, but we realized we've done a review on the Mondo saddle, but we haven't done one on XOP's Mutant Saddle, which is the one that we've primarily run this season. Logan was running the Mondo. He hasn't had a lot of opportunities this year because he's been working, but me and Cameron are primarily when Cameron is saddle for me every single time. This year I've been running the Mutant, but we forgot that we had not done a review on the saddle.
Since I have picked one up, I will never go back to the Mondo.
Yeah, so yeah, and that's not to, you know, take a crap on the Mondo or anything, because it is a traditional harness, like ladder stand harness and saddle
combination.
hybrid. Yeah. This one is not. This is strictly just a saddle, and then I'm gonna don it and then kind of show you what it looks like when you're in the tree. We have a little platform set up here. We're not gonna obviously be very high. We're only gonna be like a foot off the ground, but I'm gonna talk about it, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and kind of just, I guess, show you how it works. So you have your lap belt. You know, it doesn't have to be super tight. I'm not gonna super tighten it down just because we're only right here. You have your leg straps. You buckle in the same way you do on the Mondo. You have a little green indicator. It shows you which way it's supposed to be. You should see the green through the hole in the buckle. Same thing over here. All right, and then I'll tighten it down just enough, just snug. But I have my bridge here, have my lineman's belt right here, and then as you can see, it covers everything super well. I will say the difference for me between this one and the Mondo, which I think XOP makes great stuff from their saddles, which that is, or a platform that is a XOP platform. I think it's the
Predator, right?
No, I always forget the freaking name of it. You might be right. Anyway, they make great platforms. They make great climbing sticks. We have a set of the I think it's the X2s from last season. Love them. No complaints whatsoever. They even make instead of like the straps that are on there right now, they have a other set of their nylon ropes. It's like the HFAS system.
It's kind of like the material made out of your actual.
Kind of like these, just a little bit thinner. Actually, way thinner. But it's way lighter to put in your pack, to carry your stuff, to put on the tree. Way easier. Gets rid of all that stuff. But back to the Mutant. I actually like this more than the Mondo. It doesn't squeeze me as much on the hips, and for some reason, however they made this, however they designed it, it is 10 times comfortable in the tree. This is probably the first saddle that I've had, that I'd say we've had, that I feel like with this, I could sit in the tree all day and only ever have to get down to either use the bathroom or eat.
You know where I've noticed most of my pain go away? My collarbone.
Yeah.
From the shoulder straps.
Yeah, because the Mondo does have the shoulder straps, and if you're sitting in a certain way, they can kind of.
If I'm using it as a traditional saddle, I felt it more in my shoulders, which made me hate wearing it for saddle hunting. Yeah. When I was in my harness, it felt like using it as a harness, it felt fine, but using it as a saddle, I hated it. Yeah,
and that's probably, it's probably more so, without actually saying for sure what XOP's intentions were. The Mondo was probably more for traditional hang stand.
Just giving the option for...
also giving you the option to saddle if you wanted to. But this is pretty much it. This is how I have it set up. I have my slack out here. I have my... You kind of get the gist of it. There's a million videos out there of how to run saddles. It's kind of the same thing we've always said. We're not going to tell you how you should do it. You should follow the instructions of the manufacturer of whose saddle that you bought. How we have this set up is just how it's convenient for us. Cameron actually has my...
Your tether?
My tether line. I'm gonna get up here and get attached. He's gonna toss it to me. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna step on the tree. You can kind of watch us how I do this. What I would normally do is obviously just undo it. And like I said, just for sake of this video, I'm just going to climb up here. But you would get this, you would attach it here. Don't ever let your slack not be attached. So what I mean by that is, this is, Cameron, you can kind of come over here a little bit better. What you don't want to do is just attach this, because if for some reason, if this sprucing knot ever fails, God forbid something bad happen, you're coming down pretty quick.
Or it gets caught on a step when you're 2 steps up trying to get into your platform.
Yeah, exactly. So
because I've done that.
What we always like to do when we're starting out on the ground is put the slack in there too, so that way it's a fail safe, right? And then I would climb all the way up Obviously the platform's not gonna be this low, but it is for this video. And then I would climb all the way up, get up there. Cameron tossed me my rope. And then once I get up there, just like this, I wrap this around as high as I need it. Put this through here. And really, we're not showing you how to get up in a tree with this saddle. What we're trying to do is just talk to you about the saddle itself. All right.
See, John runs his a little higher than I do mine. Mine's usually about eye level.
I do. Same thing with your tether. Don't actually do it backwards. Don't unhook yourself from your lineman's belt until this is attached. You don't ever just want to be free floating from the tree. That's not smart. There's tons of people that do it, and I get it. I understand, like, the whatever you want to call it.
How you doing? That's me. I've done that.
What I'll do is I'll cinch this as much as I need to, all the way up, and then verify that it's not going to slide on me, right? And then once I'm in, and I know that I'm good, and I have my slack also in there in case that system fails, I'll undo this. And then you're just kind of free floating there. And I can tell you from all season, I mean, we've started hunting the end of September to now. It's now December. Today's December 7th, which is a day that will live in infamy. At Pearl Harbor, you know, Navy, whatever. I have felt comfortable in this saddle all season long. I have not felt as if I need to move because it's hurting my hips. It doesn't. I have not felt sketched at all with this saddle. I would say for sure the Mutant is probably my favorite saddle. Is it the best saddle? I don't know. Everyone's gonna have their own opinion. But like I said, XOP makes great stuff.
Is all of your butt in your saddle? Yeah.
There's something over there. It's probably a deer that we're missing. Say it again.
Is all your butt in the saddle?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like it's just at the bottom of my cheeks on my legs. And like I said, you can determine how tight you want the straps. I would say mine hug. Yeah. But not to where it's like tourniquet tight, you know what I mean? But definitely to where I feel like I'm gonna slide out.
See, and I'm different because I loosen mine up.
Yeah.
And keep my lap belt tight.
And you can, like, these are loose. These are loose right here. I feel like me personally, with my leg straps being loose. Yeah. That I'm gonna have to keep adjusting myself because the saddle's gonna want to go up.
Yeah, I see that.
I think for me, I tighten down because it keeps the saddle in place. And I don't have to like get up, pull myself up to adjust myself.
Yeah, I get that.
I can just kind of sit here. And one of the kind of cool things, same thing with the Mondo or whatever saddle you're running. The benefit of these is one, you're more mobile, you're more lightweight. Excuse me, and then you're more versatile around the tree.
Yeah.
Like you can get more angles. If I have to like turn around, I can turn around and position myself. Like, there's so many cool things about a saddle. I know a lot of saddles, or people that saddle hunt get a lot of grief from other hunters.
Well, I mean,
it's just all part of the game.
You gotta think.
Like,
I don't think besides me and you, I have seen somebody up here with another saddle. It's all ladder stands.
Ladder stands, yeah.
And that's just it. Me and John don't hunt just one spot.
Well, also too, I think it's also a combination of just people. That's what they're used to.
Yeah.
So that's what they hunt on.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to try new things. They don't want to explore. They don't want to take the risk. They know it works. It's what's always worked, and you can't really blame them either. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of West Virginians, because let's be honest, West Virginia's not really in the South. Like, it's the most northern southern state, but West Virginians and southern people in general, deer hunters, are creatures of habit, just like the deer that they hunt. They know it works. That's what they're gonna do.
Yep.
They're not really gonna change. Really, this type of stuff, like what we're doing, is our generation. Younger guys. There are some older guys that will saddle hunt, and it's kind of a thing that you have to try before you can figure out whether you like it or not. But
I think to rule this out, if you are an avid deer hunter, would be a crime. I think if you have the mobility and you have the ability to put one on one and try it, I definitely think it's something everybody should try.
Absolutely.
And I definitely know XOP is definitely one of the best price point saddle setups that you can get,
especially if you're a military veteran.
Yep.
Like I said,
or LEO or first responder.
That's one of the main reasons we love XOP, is not just because they make great stuff, but they give us an excellent discount for our service, which we appreciate. But you know, in all honesty, I know Tethered does that stuff too. There's a bunch of other companies that do it. XOP was just kind of one that we stumbled across, gave them a shot, and happened to just like their products, all of them, from the platforms to the Mutant Saddle to the Mondo to the.
I've tried tethered.
You have a hang stand from them.
Yeah,
it's great.
I've tried tethered sticks, Latitude, XOP. Of course, there's more. That's just what I've tried. I've never had an issue with an XOP stick or platform slipping.
Yes.
Ever. Once I've ratcheted it down. I've had issues with other two both, and that could have been me, and that could have been maybe the way I was tying it to the tree.
Fair point, yeah.
However, I've never had an issue with me putting an XOP product on a tree and it slipping.
Or it lifting up.
Ever.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's it, man. This is pretty much the Mutant. This is how I have it set up. It's a great saddle.
The only thing I'll add to mine starting next year would be a cargo bag for the back.
Yeah.
I don't know if
like
XOP
a
makes
dump
one.
pouch, like
Yeah,
dump pouch.
so I can take my bridge off.
Oh, and Cameron, while you're back there, you can kind of show how they have these.
The webbing.
Yeah.
The Molly webbing.
The Molly style.
Yeah.
Webbing for you to install stuff like
Yeah,
that.
like on this is my platform. I have a carabiner there to attach to the back of the Molly, but I'll definitely add a bag to mine, like I did with my harness, just so I can put my bridge, maybe some extra ropes, something in, so I don't have to have them attached to me like you do now.
Yeah. And then also they sell their own Kongs.
Yes.
Or on XOP's website. I think it's like $60 you can get it. But this is awesome. As far as, you know, pulling it up, to pull it down, going right back up as much as you need it to take out the slack. This makes it way faster, way easier. But yeah, just safety. Please don't ever leave your slack just hanging down. Make sure it's tied up so that way you give yourself kind of a fall safe. Same thing from your lineman's belt to your bridge, all that stuff, to your tether. So yeah, Mothman, this is the first video we've been able to do in a while. I've been super sick. Cameron's pretty much been flying solo pretty much in the woods for like the last 3 weeks. I had a pretty good illness. So this is the first time we've been able to get out and make a video. We're gonna make some Instagram stories in the next few days talking about Mothman Outdoors and where we're going. We're going to incorporate firearm stuff. We've said that before. We were going to make a separate YouTube channel. Me and Cameron have decided not to. We're just going to keep everything on the same channel because it's just easier. If you don't want to watch the firearm stuff, just don't click on the video. But as far as...
But we are not, again, putting this out there, hunting, bows, firearms, self-defense.
Yeah.
And other aspects.
We're always going to be bow hunters, unless there's an animal that we're just not allowed to hunt with a bow, which I'm not really sure what that animal would be. But the gun part of it is
an elephant,
self-defense, protecting yourself, and just because we kind of like building firearms and shooting long range too, just not at animals, because me and Cameron have kind of always said bow hunting is where if we're going to kill an animal just for the game and just for the hunt of it, we're going to make it as fair for the animal as possible. So that's why we stick to bow hunting. Nothing wrong with people who hunt with rifles whatsoever.
It's rifle season. It's rifle season now.
Yeah, it's rifle season right now. We're idiots for not having orange on, because we left it in the trucks, which are right there. But those are whole other stories. Those will be in other videos in the future. We will have our first rifle video coming up soon. It'll be my 14.5 carbine. So yeah, this is the Mutant Saddle. We love it. This is probably what we're going to use primarily for the foreseeing future.
Unless XOP wants to sponsor us and sends us new stuff.
That'd be the tits.
Yeah.
But no pressure, XOP. But if you guys use other saddles, leave it in the comments. Tell us what you use, why you like it. This is pretty much just why we like XOP. They make good stuff. It's comfortable. It's easy to use. Nothing negative so far. So see you guys on the next one.